this is a very beautiful set about share prices and profit loss in that. Let's read the question first. It says, two investors, Yogesh and Prakash, trade shares of a certain company, IM Limited, based on the daily predictions of whether the share price will rise or fall. They operate using the following strategy. Now here, this is a very simple situation. Even if you know about shares, first you make sure that you read the question properly, right? Do not, there is one tendency here that some people who are aware about share movements and their profit loss structure, they get emotionally attached to this and they start thinking from the point of view of their knowledge. Restrict that, because usually in CAT or in our exams, the question that will be asked will be very specific. So let's stick to what is given in the question. Strategy 1, they buy shares worth 4,200 at opening price and sell the same number of shares at closing price. Okay. So if they buy at lower price, sell at higher price, they will be in profit. If they buy at a higher price and market goes down, they will face a loss. Very simple, basic situation. Strategy 2, they sell shares at opening price and buy the equal number of shares at the closing price on same day. So in this case, the profit will happen when there is a fall, right? So I'll just repeat once more. In strategy 1, the profit will happen if the market goes up from opening to closing. Similarly, in the second case, the profit will happen when the market goes down, when the prices go down, right? Now, if the prediction is about the rise in the share prices for any day, then they follow strategy 1 for that day, of course. If there is a market expected to be, if the market is expected to rise, they will go for strategy 1. If the prediction is about the fall, they will go for strategy 2, understood, right? If the prediction is right, they earn a profit, which is percentage terms equal to the percentage increase or decrease in the share price, which is obvious on that day. But if the prediction is wrong, then they have a loss, which in percentage terms is equal to increase or decrease. So till this point, I don't see there is anything new or anything extra. Very normal, simple things. Price goes up and we have bought it, there will be a profit. If price goes up and we have sold it, there will be a loss, and so on and so forth. Over a particular week from Monday to Friday, Yogesh predicts a rise in the share price of IM Limited for exactly 2 days and a fall in the share prices for remaining 3 days. Okay. For the same week, Prakash predicted a rise in the share price of IM Limited for exactly 4 days and a fall in the price for the remaining day. Okay. At the beginning of the week, both start with the same number of shares of IM Limited, right? So the very basic description of how the profit may happen, how the loss may happen, how the transactions are conducted, and their predictions also are given, right? This table gives us the following graph, shows the opening and closing price of IM Limited from Monday to Friday during the above mentioned week. Okay, so for example, if I look at the opening price on Monday is 60, right? Opening price on Wednesday, look at the color, this is grayscale, this is gray, this one is 80, and so on and so forth. Okay, closing price on Monday is this one, which is between 60 and 80, that means it is 70, right? So we are clear about the information given, we are clear about the diagram or the graph that is given. Fine, so this looks a very simple question. Let's take a look at the questions. The questions are, what can be the maximum profit as expected, maximum loss by some people, and some statements, right? So very normal, simple question. So let's go to the next slide. There we have some space and we'll work on it. We'll see what all calculations may happen. Okay. Okay, so before we go ahead, the first thing that we need to do is comparison whether the profit will happen or the loss will happen. How do we decide that? I'll put it like this. Let's say it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Fine. We could have done it directly from the graph also, but the table gives a simpler vision, simpler view. Okay. So open price, close price. Let me write that first. So on Monday, it is 60, then 70, then 80. So open price is 60, 70, 80, then it is 60 and 50. So we have the open prices. Then closing prices from here, we have 70, 80, 60. So 70, 80, 60, right? 70, 80, 60. This is 50 and this is 70. Right? Now, again, a point of making a mistake that people simply assume that if the price has decreased, there is a loss on Thursday. If the price has increased, there is a profit on Tuesday. No, it is not like that. It is depending upon whether you have bought it first or sold it first, right? Whatever it is, what I'm going to write now is fractional profit or loss. Okay. So, for example, opening price is 60, closing price is 70. So, there is an increment of 10. 10 over 60. 10 over 60 is 1 by 6. So, whether it is profit or loss, it is 1/6 of the value. Similarly, from 70 to 80, it is 10 increase on 70. So, 10 by 70, 1 by 7. Okay. Profit or loss will depend on the kind of strategy chosen. Okay. 80 to 60, there is a decrease in the price. How much? 20 over 80. 20 by 80 is 1 by 4. 60 by 50. From 60 to 50, there is a decrease of 10. 10 of 60, 1 by 6. From 50 to 70, 20 by 50, 2 by 5. So, if I am correct in the prediction of market, here the market is rising, and if I predicted the market is rising, I would have gone for buying at opening and selling at closing. There will be a profit. But if I predicted a fall and the market has risen, so I'll face a loss of 1 by 6. That's what I'm trying to say. So, just be very careful. Do not directly take it as profit or loss. Okay. Now, value profit or loss. Now, that is where the amount of 4,200 comes into picture. In the question, it was given that the investment amount is 4,200. The amount spent is 4,200. Okay. Whether it is buying or selling, the amount spent is 4,200. Okay. So, in this case, the value of profit or loss, depending upon the strategy, will be 1/6 of the amount 4,200. Now, what is 1/6 of 4,200? That is 700. 1/7 of 4,200, 600. 1/4 of 4,200, that is 1,050. 1/6 of 4,200, that is 700. 2 by 5 of 4,200, how much is that? 2 by 5 of 4,200. 1/5 is 840, so 1,680. Again, I remind you again, whether this 1,680 is profit or loss, it will depend on the strategy chosen. So, I'll just repeat once more. If the person has bought at 50, sold at 70, then there is a profit of 1,680. But if the person has sold at 50 and bought at 70, clearly there is a loss, right? That will depend on the kind of prediction. The person will choose the strategy. Choice of strategy is based on their prediction, right? Based on their prediction. कि वो क्या predict करते हैं, उनको क्या लगता है, सुबह क्या लगता है, accordingly they'll choose the strategy and accordingly there'll be a profit or loss. Okay, so this is the description of data. Now look at the questions. So as far as data resolution is concerned, that's all that we need to do before we go to the questions. So till now, because I explained, I would have spent more time, but if you're doing it on your own, this is a work of around 3 minutes. Reading the question and keeping the data in this table, getting the fractional profit share or profit or loss value and the value of profit or loss. Okay. Let's look at the question. First question, what can be the maximum profit earned by Yogesh during the given week? Remember, Yogesh had predicted 2 rise and 3 fall. Okay. Yogesh has predicted 2 rise and 3 fall. You see, in reality, what has happened? I'll write here. In reality, the market has risen on Monday. So, rise on Monday, rise on Tuesday, fall on Wednesday, fall on Wednesday. Very simple, fall on Wednesday. Market has fallen and market has risen on Friday. So, rise on Friday. So, this is the real situation. 3 rise and 2 fall. Yogesh, on the other hand, Yogesh has predicted 2 rise and 3 fall. Okay, 2 rise and 3 fall. What is the question? The question is, maximum profit. For maximum profit, what should happen? His prediction, Yogesh's prediction, should match the real movement. If his prediction matches with the real movement, he'll get profit of all these values. If his prediction does not match with the real situation, he will face a loss. So I want 2 rise and 3 fall. In reality, there are 3 rise and 1 fall. So 3 rise and 2 fall. So what should I do? What should I do? I should look at a situation. So there is a possibility that he gets 1 wrong, rest correct. Compare with this. Okay, go slow. In reality, we have 3 rise and 2 fall. This person has predicted 2 rise and 3 fall. Okay, so I can say correct prediction for maximum profit. The question is for maximum profit. For maximum profit, the correct prediction should be 2 rise and 2 fall. Okay, and the wrong prediction should be for Yogesh, 1 fall should be wrong. Okay, this is the maximum that he can get. I'm just comparing with the real situation. So the maximum that he could get is 2 rise correct, 2 fall correct and 1 fall wrong. So जिधर उसने fall बोला उधर actually में rise हो गया. So what should you do? For maximum profit, out of these rise 1, 2, 3, take one of them as a wrong prediction. So there he'll face a loss. Wherever he's correct, he'll get a profit. And the values of those profit and loss will be these values. So if I want the maximum profit to happen, then wherever there is a loss, I'll try to minimize it. So 1 fall, okay. So look at a situation where there is a rise. These are 3 rise values. The profit value or the loss value is 700, 600 and 1680. So which one should I take so that the loss is minimum? Obviously 600. So in all other 4 cases, you should get profit. So 700 profit, 1050 profit, 700 profit, 1680 profit and 600 loss. So his maximum profit would be, how much? 700 minus 600 plus 1050 plus 700 plus 1680. Add carefully. Just add carefully. So 7 and 1, 8 and 16, 24 and 10, 34, 35, 30 rupees. So this is his maximum profit. Remember, I'll just repeat one part here. When will he get maximum profit? He'll get maximum profit when most of his predictions are correct. Ideally, all predictions should be correct. But here, because he has predicted 2 rise and 3 fall, in reality, there are 3 rise and 2 fall. So the maximum that he can put correct is 2 rise and 2 fall. 1 fall would be wrong. So this fall is wrong. So wherever there is a rise, take one of them as the wrong prediction and there he'll face a loss. At all other places, so he has predicted this correct fall, this correct fall, this correct rise and correct rise. So in those 4 cases, he'll get profit. And the one that he made a mistake in predicting, he'll get a loss. And the maximum profit would be 3530. Check if there is any option. 3530, option A is the correct answer. Right? Now the second question, it says what can be the maximum loss incurred by Prakash during the given week? We'll follow the same logic whatever we did. For maximum loss, his prediction should be wrong. Now, what is the prediction of Prakash that we have here? Prakash has predicted rise for 4 days and fall for 1 day, right? Rise 4 and fall 1. We want his prediction to be wrong because we want maximum loss. So where do you see him suffering more? So if Prakash, just think about that, if Prakash predicts this wrong, the value is very high, we're following the same logic what we did for maximum profit. Now we want maximum loss for Prakash, okay? So we'll take this as the wrong prediction. So he must have predicted fall here. See, the real situation is rise. He must have predicted fall, so he'll face a loss in this case. Now, if this is only 1 fall, then all the other cases he must have, to maximize the loss, we have taken the highest value. We have taken the highest value as a loss situation. Now, all the other 4 places he must have predicted rise. Now, according to this, what is going to happen? he is going to get a profit in this case, right? Because it is matching the prediction. In this case, he is going to face a loss. In this case, he is going to face a loss because his prediction is not correct. In this case, he is taking a loss. So, his total profit value will be 700 plus 600, 1300. And total loss value will be 1050 plus 700 plus 1680. How much is that? 10 and 16, 26 and 33, 34, 30 minus 1300. So, 2100 total loss. Right, and that is the maximum loss that he can suffer. See, if you convert this to profit, his profit value will increase because this value is very large. So this has to be a wrong prediction. So actual situation is rise, he has predicted fall, so he will get a loss of the same amount. Now he has predicted only one loss, that means all other four he must have predicted rise. Two of those cases will automatically be wrong and two of those cases automatically will be correct. So the maximum profit that he will get here is 7 and 6, 1300, and the loss that he will get is this much. Okay, so overall 2130. 2130, just add carefully. I'll just repeat one more. You see, 1050, 700 and 1680, that is a loss value. 700, 600, that is a profit value. So add these three, subtract these two, you will get 2130 is total loss. Do we have that option? 2130, option C is the correct answer, right? Now, third question, Yogesh predicted an increase in share price of IM Limited on Wednesday, and it is given that Yogesh earned a profit from given week. So he has predicted increase on Wednesday and he has got a profit from the week. Then which of the following statement is definitely true? Now remember, Yogesh had predicted 3 rise and 2 fall. The real situation is that correct? Yogesh has predicted, ulta, 2 rise and 3 fall. Let me just correct that. 2 rise and 3 fall. 2 rise and 3 fall. Okay? And he is definitely getting a profit, and one of those rise that he has predicted is on Wednesday. So this is a very specific situation. Here it was free. Try to understand the difference between these two questions. Here it is a free situation. We could manipulate the situation to get maximum profit. In this case, Wednesday is definitely given that he has predicted an increase. That means on Wednesday, the real situation is fall. He has predicted rise. So what I'll do is, I'll remove this and I'll write for that particular question with Yogesh in mind. Okay. Please watch very, very carefully. So for that question, we take Yogesh and we are saying, the question is saying that on Wednesday he has predicted rise. That means he is facing a loss here. Do you understand that? Right? Now, there is only one more rise that I can place and I have to make sure that there is a profit. How is that possible? If you see, this value is already loss. If you take this also as a loss, just for example, listen carefully. If you take this 1680 is also a loss, then 1050 plus 1680, that is almost 2700. Even if these three are profit, 7 and 6 and 7, 7 and 6, 13 and 7, 2000. 2700, 2000, there will definitely be a loss. What does that mean? That means this cannot be a loss. This cannot be a loss. This has to be a profit. Okay. Now this will be a profit only if he has predicted a rise here. But he can predict only 2 rise and 3 falls. So he has already done. This was given in the question. This has to be rise. So all the other cases he has predicted as fall because he has to predict 3 fall and 2 rise. Now, in this case, fall. That means there is a profit. It is matching. The prediction is matching with the actual movement. In this case, there is a loss. In this case, there is a loss. So now check his total profit or loss value. These two values, these three values are losses. These two values are profit. So 16 and 7, 2380. And this one, 7, 6. 1050, 6 and 7. So 13 and 10, that is 2350. Oh, 2350. So this is the way that it is going to be more than 0. So this is a profit situation. This is the only way that it can happen. right? Just check it carefully. I'll just repeat. This was, Wednesday was given in the question. So it is definitely loss. This cannot be taken as a loss, because if this is taken as a loss, then whatever you do, overall there will be a loss. But the question is telling you that overall there is a profit. Overall there is a profit. So the only way that it can happen is here there is a profit, here there is a loss. Then these three cases will get automatically fixed, because he has to give 3 fall. He has to predict 3 fall. Okay. So this is the exact situation. What is the question? Which of the following is true? Yogesh predicted increase on Monday. Yogesh predicted fall on Monday. No. So that is wrong. Yogesh predicted increase on Tuesday. No, he predicted fall. So that is also wrong. Yogesh predicted increase on Friday. Yogesh predicted increase on Friday. Yes, that is definitely correct. None of these, no, it is C's option is there. So option C is the correct answer. Right. Okay. Now the last question. If Yogesh and Prakash predicted the same trend for the share price on only one of the 5 days, then which of the following can't be? This is the most beautiful question of this set, right? People get stuck with a lot of things. See, you don't have to get stuck. Here it says that there is only one day they are same. Okay, only one day they are same. That means for other 4 days, what should happen? For other 4 days, they are opposite. Opposite means one person should say rise and one person should say fall. Now only one of them will be correct. The other one will be definitely wrong. So the total profit or loss on each of these 4 days will be 0. On each of those 4 days, their total profit or loss, combined profit loss for those 2 people on each of those 4 days is going to be 0, because one person will get a profit, the other person will get a loss. So overall it will be 0, right? And that is going to happen for all those 4 days. Okay. Now what is the question? Which of the following can't be the total profit loss for the whole week? So we don't have to worry about those 4 days when they have predicted opposite. We have to only focus on that day where they have predicted same. Then in that case, total profit loss, combined profit loss for those 2 people will be, let's say for example, if they predicted correct on Monday, if both predicted correct on Monday, that means each one will get a profit of 700. So total profit will be 1400. On all the other 4 days, it is going to be 0, because one of them will get 600 profit, 600 loss. One of them will get 1050 profit, the other one will get 1050 loss, and so on. Now, if they predict same on Tuesday, then each one of them will get 600 profit. So total profit will be 1200. If they predicted same on Wednesday, each one of them will get 1050 profit. So total profit will be 2100. Okay. If they predicted same on Thursday, and they are correct, the total profit will be 1400. Right? We are talking about maximum profit. So we'll assume that whenever they predicted the same, it is on the side of the market so that they get profit, because we want to maximize the profit. Friday, both of them are getting 1680 profit, so 3360. Oh wow. So the maximum total profit of these 2 people combined together on any one day will be 3360. For the rest of the 4 days, it is going to be 0. So answer of that question is, option C is the correct one. Right? So it's a very nice question. The 4th one is the most beautiful one. We don't have to bother about the remaining 4 days, because one wrong, one right, the overall profit on that day, combined profit for those 2 people is going to be 0. There is only one day when they are same, and to maximize profit, we'll assume that both of them are getting profit from there. So answer should be option C, 3360.